Thank you so much, Zeke. And yes, right back into the action we go. And we get to go in with our first place contestant. It's Toos, and he's playing up against, I believe, Floki, who has played against the rig yesterday, but ended up falling multiple times off spawn. We'll see who is going to be the benefactor this time with some fall damage. And quickly, our first place player is out. Floki, who is not far behind him, is going to be the benefactor of all this.
And we saw this yesterday a lot with Europe, is every time in the early first 3 games, the first player would go down early.
As they led the way up the leaderboard, as long as everything else is consistent. So we'll have to see where Toos ends up. For a reason, it was already that way in the previous game, falling very early. Now we're looking at Lincoln, a long-range Elim. Down in Caddy Corner, he's going to quickly try to pounce on this with the range from the mountain. He will get right on top of it, but a little too late because there's already a player dropping in here, and it does have the Caddy loot. He does have the shockwave launcher and the vault key card. I don't think he picked that up, but the main thing that he wants right now is the shockwave launcher. He escapes by the skin of his teeth.
It gets joined, and that's why the pressure came in, or the pressure on him came in to use those crash pads so effectively to get there, but was just a little too late.
He will have the benefit of getting that vault card anyways and being able to refresh on his crash pads and get right back into the game. Another early game fight here, Kura. This is a World Cup qualifier on the other side, and Seventor didn't qualify yesterday. I think both of these guys, so they're showing that they can actually contend in the stage 3. Oh, nice box. He gets it, and the tag follow-up. There you go. That's what we like to see from Seventor. He's starting to heat up a little bit, and he did play well in the semifinals. And when I was watching him, at least some significant improvement from him throughout all the time that we've seen him. On one side of the map, and it's a whole separate POI, but in this case he's waiting and actually wants to fight, it looks like.
And in a perfect situation, he's gonna get dropped right on top, and he played that so well, didn't get too aggressive. He waited for Omega to come to him, and that's the best case scenario. He just had Omega farm up the entire POI for him and bring it to him.
It works. Hey, if they don't know that you're there, it works. So I bite my words in that case. As we look at the Fortilla now, who we saw do really well in the last game, he's going to have to back out. 22 materials left, and that's one of the really pitfalls of fighting at the Fortilla early is the materials situation is so rough, but it's all his walls, and Belvine goes down in this case. Kha'Zix is going to be able to take him out.
Going to be the third party as he gets shots onto Magil.
My goodness, I'm wondering if that was Xeno's crash pad to break it all down. I think it was. He continues the onslaught. No crash pads in his inventory. It was on the other side.
In the lobby, and I think you beat Mr. Savage there. He had 3-4 eliminations before that second zone really closed. This is the first time we'll see second zone Storm Surge in a while here in Europe. Usually, you're right, is down below. The shots, though, from Benji, he's not letting this player get away that easy, and he is going to get the elimination. And I was going to point out, he wasn't using the crash pads to get in like Savage. He was just playing it like a normal box fight, but it worked out for him. He let the player come to him just like we saw Ursa do in Sweaty. Especially that they're all built out of metal. It's going to be very hard to get that quick Storm Surge damage that we're used to seeing at the end game. And Noah Riley is going to fall there as well.
Oh my goodness, that was the play we saw. Next to Benji, nice shots from Kinzel. I was just laughing because we have the standoff across the river. Kinzel and the other player both holding their cones on either side. They're like, well, you can't cross if you can't pay the toll. In a lot of cases, we see him engaged in fights as the storm starts, but he has the capability to end them quick. And there's a Harpoona, almost knocked things out. He goes on top, almost finds a shot, but he goes through. Yes, it all breaks down. And there's a moment there where Matfi is wondering, what is going on? I can't build. In this case, it was the crash pad knocking it all down. And Wolfies will take...
That Storm Surge is going to be good there for Lufu. Ursa's got that early elimination as well, so Storm Surge should be good for them as well. But Ursa not continuing that. You're trying to get a full lobby spray. The double white tag going to come through, and that's going to be TC going down to Versa. A very good find. That is him, and I got to avoid it. All these players are definitely looking out for it. I think rocking that signature skin there. Not the fish stick, though, as we know him from. But Marco is going to get an engagement. I don't think he wanted, but he's going to find it just Vi there going down. A very good engagement. Marco has not been very, very prominent here in the finals and in the FNCS last day finals of stage 3. But looking good right now. He may be able to make it up to that top 50 threshold that we're looking at.
Points right now. I'll definitely put him far and ahead of the threshold. The last time yesterday was 21, if I remember correctly, on EU. But another player gets in his box and will make things change quickly for Marcuts. Should be an easy rotate, maybe on foot, but there's a fight breaking out that he wants in on. That player just got an elim, and yes, he finds it. That's a pile of loot, but another player from down below, he will still try to go for it, but pays. And somebody is still looking.
Which was really needed, as he didn't have one in this rotation. And with a nice launch pad in, he should be able to skirt right into zone. And he may choose to go aggressive, but I was gonna say it's unlike Benji, but he is going in. Shots coming through the crash pad there, and he takes down Kezix.
And Kezix, we saw him earlier take down Belvede. So the circle of life continues. Benji now with 3 elims and possibility to continue his good game from last time. He was up in the top 10, 8th place at the beginning of this. Now with the 3 elims up to 16, he's, depending on how everybody else is doing, basically at 2nd place right now. So we'll have to see. Still has the entire end game in front of him. Only 2 placement points out of the 14 have been awarded at this stage, and this is where he thrives again and again. If he makes it to end game, he is a beast of its own, like a complete different nature from other players. He has the awareness that nobody else does. The scouting that he does, it's ridiculous. So the 6th zone is where he activates, especially as these start to move and rotate in the end game.
And he's got a pretty free rotate as well. He's scouted it out. He's going ahead and looking and scouting out and moving that tree out of his way, getting rid of it so he can see everything. Look at how much information he's gathering just by sitting here in this box and looking at every single angle. He's not just forgetting about an angle because he doesn't think it's important. He's looking at every possibility. And now he can look for eliminations as well. He's going to sit on this side of zone, wait for anybody using crash pads, trying to break them, trying to get 80 shots. As he does there, he's going to take down Wolfie's AU limb.
Again, that's the 2nd time too in endgame, and he still has a launch pad if he wants to work with it. Yes, a full height launch pad across the trees. He'll be able to land very close to this 6th zone edge. Boxes up, and it's time again for him to activate, but typically we'll see him continue forward a little bit more. It doesn't go all the way, does not tunnel on these eliminations that are maybe even easy, but up above him we've got Bad Sniper, and there's a couple players definitely looking to take this height. I don't even see anybody, but it might be on the front side of this. Finally, there it is, somebody taking it. Can't quite read the name, but regardless, Benji, 2nd height for him. There's a possibility there, Clay.
Possibility that he hits the eliminations and gets the victory royale. It would be insane to see Benji turn online that quickly. He has not started off that hot in a while in one of these finals. We'll have to keep our eyes on him as Carton now on your screen very, very much shambles. He does have the floppers, and that's what he's going to look to play. He is going to pick up a nice elimination. The matcher a little bit more, but it's still not where he wants to be. Still not the amount that he wants in this in-game, and he's going to need to find another frag. He does have the flopper there in his inventory, but that's it. That's all the HP he's got. He can giddy up if he needs to, but with zone constantly pushing with these players on his back, he doesn't have a lot of mats, and he finds another elimination on the backside. A very good pickup.
Oh my goodness, that gets him right back into the game, but still needs to get forward. The zone's still moving, and he's going on foot. Hasn't spent a single bit of the mats that he earned, and there we go. Boxes up finally in the zone. That was free. Now can find more, and the information will come to him, but Snazy's still up in this game. I haven't seen Benji fall yet, and there was still that fight for high ground. Lechy in this too.
That is insane. We haven't seen Lechy play very well. And yesterday, we didn't see him at all yesterday, but today, popping off right now in this game. Carton, no, looking to pop off on the low ground. He's been operating so well, so clinically, so methodically, just trying to find these weak players, trying to hop into boxes that he knows he can hop into, but running out of mats. He's conserving them very well, and he is going to get up the hill. I was very worried about he was going to get up or not. As shots come through, there's a player on him, and he's going in.
That was amazing. The cone for perfect time, and then he phases right through the box. Another player in his way, and I think he takes him out too. Yes, Cartoon gets 2, but Benji's still up. 5 eliminations for him. The shockwave out to zone. He has nothing to get back into this, but he's made it work. 6 eliminations, and the top 5, only 1 will make him get back into this. Maybe if this zone bounces back, but no, 20, and he will fall, unfortunately. Now top 4, though, and we know there's still a lot of players. Bad Sniper, Cartoon, Thunderrise, and Scram as one falls. It might be a 1v1. No, Cartoon might just have a free win here.
And he's able to get back in. 14 HP. He's got something to work with. He's got 2 builds remaining. Carton's up on the high ground, though, with a lot of effective HP. I don't know if Thunderrise is going to be able to do it. He did get in, though, so there's still a little hope Crash pads are being used. Carton's just throwing him down, trying to make him go into zone. He's flirting with that edge. He's got to be careful. He can't take any ticks of zone damage. And Carton just shooting on down, dropping him on down. This player 2 HP in a dream. He's trying to make something happen, but Carton gonna take him down.
Oh my goodness, what a performance from Carton from the beginning of that, where it looked...
Does that mean that he potentially could overtake that #1 spot? In fact, Benji Fishy placing top 5, 6 eliminations. That was what bumps him up to #1 with 26 points, Sundown.